Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Hope Dreamer and I'm back with another video. This one is a little bit different. I'm doing my first story time and when I was recording this, like trying to get ready to record, and I was like, should I write a script? Nah, it'll probably be fine. And so, yeah, I have 15 minutes to discuss some small work related stories. Um, but yeah, I never really told you guys where I work, but I work at a small gas station at the edge of my town, and there's not really other places to work where I'm at, so I decided, you know what, it'll be alright. And I'm really sorry we sent in an application since I am old enough to legally apply for a job, and my boss called me in. He is a old man and he's very kind, but he does have standards for some of the people who work there. And so yeah, he called me in and I picked up the phone and I'm like, hello. And he said, is this, insert my real name here? And I'm like, yes, it is. He's like, all right, I got your application and I've read through it, and I was wondering if you want to come in for an interview. And I'm like, sure, what time? And he said, how about right now? Now, this was quite a surprise to me. I've never had a job before except for like helping out and volunteering at the concessions, which I do not earn any money, but I mean, it still looks good on my college resume and everything, and it helps me get out and help my community. So I went in and I had no jobs before and I had no experience, and he interviews me and I am very easy to get along with and I'm a very likable person. However, there are some people who do not like me. um, but the feeling is mutual. You either love me or you hate me. That's not really my problem though. But anyways, um, he, at the end of the interview, I can't really remember most of the questions he asked. What I kind of just was saying was I'm a very easy person to get along with. I'm easygoing. I don't get angry easily, and I do have experience from a concession stand, which probably wasn't the best thing to say, but I mean, it was my first job. I was really nervous. So, he was eating his dinner at the time, which was like 3 o'clock, which was really odd to me. But anyways, he finished and he said, I'll tell you what, let's try you out for 90 days and we'll see how you do. And I said, great, when do I start? And he's like, how about tomorrow? This was another surprise to me. I thought maybe he'd give me like 1 or 2 days to prepare, like get advice from my family and everything. But anyways, I got over it. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I'm just kind of I haven't really talked about this for a while now. I haven't even talked about it with close friends, so um hi Sunniva, sorry, but like I know I haven't talked about this a lot, but it's just kind of really new to me and I have had some bad experiences on the job, but I will not name drop anyone because I do not want anyone who is innocent getting harassed. But yeah, I also have a lot of funny stories because when you work at a gas station, you see a lot of crazy stuff. But anyways, back to the story. So, um, I I go home and my mom's like, "Did you get the job?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did get the job." And I was super, super, super excited. And also in the background, that's my character Naomi. I will put some info on her in the description below, so make sure to check that out if you like the artwork and everything. So, yeah. But anyways, I go in the next day and there's this woman who I've never seen before in the kitchen, but she has this vibe like, don't mess with me kind of thing. And she comes up to me and I kind of feel intimidated. I'm like, she seems like the boss around here, so I don't want to be her enemy at all. She gives you that don't mess with me vibe. And so I walk up to her, and she's a bit taller than me, and she has like gray hair and everything. And she comes up to me and she said, "All right, so Jimmy told me that Jimmy wanted me to train you. I would not bother you usually doing this, but since Jimmy asked me to, I will do my very best to make sure that you know how to work everything in the kitchen." That first day of working was so hard. Like, she worked me to the bone. I got no breaks to eat. I was constantly getting burned from the burster and the oven, and I got hurt a lot. And then she had me chop onions, which they were really strong onions. I cried so much, and then she was just there on the other side of the kitchen, being like, "You can do it." So, but, um, I really didn't like her at first. I thought she was really mean and rude, but that changed like the second day of working. Um, it was a much quieter, like lunch hour was really hard, and I had to work really hard just to get enough food out there. I was still trying to get used to everything, and I made some mistakes, but she never called them mistakes. She called them learning experiences. But when it was quiet, I kind of saw a new side of her that made me completely change my mind about her. She became suddenly really quiet and understanding, and I kind of felt like she opened up to me. She turned out to be one of the most beautiful people I've ever met. She was really nice, and she always helped teach me, or if I had questions, she was always there to answer them. And later, like, she's not here right now, but I'm really sad because of that, because one of her family members had cancer and she needed to go and stay near home, which was further away, and I haven't heard from her then. I have her phone number, but I really miss her, and I think she's subscribed to my YouTube channel and she'll know that I'm talking about her. But anyways, you were really kind to me and I really miss you. I hope that your family is doing really well, and I understand why you had to leave. But if it's alright, you have my phone number, and I hope we can keep in touch because I really miss you, and I would really love to hear from you. That'd make my day. But yeah. Um, Once I got used to the day shift, I made a lot of money like my first time, but I still get paid minimum wage even though I worked here a year. Like to this day, I still get paid minimum wage. So I don't make a lot, but I mean, it's better than not making any money at all, and I still haven't gotten fired. Which I also have my mentor to thank for that, the person who trained me on this job. Some rude kid tried to report me on my second day when I was making a sandwich wrong, and she told him to shut up. Another thing why I admire her so much, she told that kid to shut up, and she's really intimidating sometimes. So the kid shut up, and yeah, that was that was really like heartwarming. I have a lot of good times with her, and I really like she's someone I can look up to, and I want to be like in the future. But anyways, now on to the funny stories because I passed the 60-day mark and I didn't get fired. I've been working here a year about now, but when you're working a year, you see a lot of crazy stuff, like a lot of crazy stuff, and some of that stuff I will be sharing with you today. Hopefully, I do not get sued by my company for sharing these things. But yeah, um, we have an Olive Cart near the cheeseburgers and stuff. So if people want to put toppings on, we have lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles. And when the workers come in to get their lunch, they can customize their burgers a bit and put like different toppings on if they so want to. And I was working the night shift since I already mastered the day shift so quickly, which my boss was really happy about. And I was like I've only worked 3 nights at this point, and then my boss was like, "Hey, we have someone new coming in to work nights. Can you train them?" And I'm like, I've only worked here like about maybe 2 weeks, and you already want me to train someone when I've only worked 3 nights. But I did not say that. I am a very kind, and I'm kind of a pushover, which is probably why I haven't gotten a raise yet. He knows that he can pay me minimum wage, and I won't complain. um, but anyways, I didn't say that. I just said I'll do my best, I and one of my coworkers tried to give me advice, and I was like, they're like, they might get in the way, so try and show them how to do something and then let them do it while you're trying to get some stuff done. Just show them once and then try and let them do it. And that's exactly what I did. I came in one day and like that night, and I told my family, and they're like, "You're really lucky. That means your boss really trusts you if he like says that you're gonna train someone. That's a good sign." And I'm like, "Okay. I don't think that's a good sign, but I'll trust you." But yeah, I'm really bad at training people. I have no idea how it works, and but I think I did a good job for a first timer. But anyways, a I came in and I got checked in and everything, and I was like, okay, where's the and my boss was there, and I'm like, okay, where's the person who I'm supposed to train? And he points over to a booth, and there she is. She's sitting, and she came to like be one of my closest friends. She was really sweet, and so I was like, okay. And so I went over and I showed her the ropes, and I did the best I could, which is what anyone would do in my position. She turned out really good at the job, so I'm glad for that. But anyways, our first story takes place like about maybe 3 night shifts after she started working, and she's worked with other people, and it's just me and her, and um it's the sock guy. He's a kid around my age who are called Ty. Yeah, Ty. Um, because I can't give out personal names for security reasons. But yeah. I'm working, and then all of a sudden the new girl kind of like looks over and she sees something that makes her eyes go wide, and she's like, Hope? And I'm like, and I'm doing my thing, I'm getting food ready and everything, and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, there's somebody eating out of the Olive Cart. And I'm like, what? And I look over, and sure enough, there's this homeless guy eating out of the Olive Cart. And I'm like, he'll leave in time, just leave him alone. And I later found out from my dad this is the best move to do when you see something like that. Just leave them alone and hope that they'll go away soon. But yeah, that was really odd, but it was really funny. The second story includes Ty, me, and the new girl, who we will call Hannah. But anyways, we were working, and all of a sudden Ty, with like a gleam in his eye, comes running into the kitchen, and he's smiling, and he's like, "Hey guys, a man just went into the women's restroom." And we're all like, we all get the same idea, and me and Hannah look at each other and we're like, we got to see this. So we all creep over to the register, because the kitchen is behind a wall, and then there's the register up front, and then like straight back from the register is like a hallway, like there's a store, and then there's a hallway across from the register in the bathroom, so you can see that. And we were like, we got to see this, so we all peeked behind the wall that was covering the kitchen, and sure enough, there's a guy that comes out of the girls' restroom. And we all start, and then he looks over in our direction and we all like dive back into the kitchen and we're all giggling. But anyways, that's the end of the video. If you want to hear more of my funny work stories, please say so in the comments. Hit that like button if you liked this video, and consider subscribing as I upload every Friday. Well, that's all. See you later, dreamers, and have a good day.